Dr. Mark Vaughn here with a review of Mobius MD dictation software. You may have seen our video earlier that came out during MGMA. It was in October, and we were able to show a number of different booths that had some kind of a dictation software or even an AI assistant that works to kind of function like a scribe with some computer activity and maybe a person overseeing it in the background to translate what was being said in the exam room into some kind of an actual progress note. Well, Mobius MD is not that. It's just simply dictation, kind of like the old Dragon that you may be familiar with. I used to use it myself, but I'm looking for some kind of replacement for it now that I use a Mac, and my old version of the Dragon doesn't work on it. So at MGMA, I found Mobius MD. They make an app that is meant to work as a dictation tool in the iOS system, or it can work on PC computers, but you have to have an iPhone for the app that you dictate into. So let's give it a try.
It is appropriate to wait until tomorrow as long as she goes to the emergency department for worsening or changes in the pain period.
Mobius is installed both on the computer you're going to use, which can be a PC, and on the iPhone that is going from computer to computer. Like if you're going from your office to different exam rooms, you can have it installed on each computer in the office, and then when you get there, you just connect to it. Connection is made just simply by scanning a QR code with the phone that you're going to dictate into.
It also has a way to teach it new words or words it doesn't seem to understand, or at least not the way you say them, by going into the settings, custom vocabulary. As you can see, I have some doctors' names here that it had difficulty with. Let's try adding another one right now by hitting add. We need to spell it the way we want it spelled. So you have to put in the capitals and the periods that you're going to want when it actually gives you a dictation for, in this case, we'll say Dr. Graywall. You tap for a cursor, and then you dictate a sentence that uses that term or word. We will send the records to Dr. Graywall when the visit is completed, period. You can see that it didn't get it correct, but it takes some time for the AI to work, and eventually it comes up with replacing Dr. Graywall with Dr. Graywall. If there's difficulty with that, you can also enter it phonetically. Graywall. And we'll try it again. Dr. Graywall is a neurologist in our town, period. Look at that. Our town. I guess that's how I pronounce our.
I don't know if I necessarily saved a lot of time by using the dictation compared to if I typed my notes. I'm a rather fast typer. The problem I have taking up my time making notes is the jumping around from page to page in Epic. You have to find your diagnosis, and then you have to link the diagnosis with the order, and then you have to specify which order it is, and so many different things that you're checking and going back and forth. That's where I spend all of my time in Epic, not so much with actually writing text sections of the note, partly because I have templates for most of what I use, and then I have to jump to different sections in the template and then dictate there. Also, I didn't find myself activating the Mobius MD in each exam room as I was with the patient because it was already activated on my computer in my office. So rather than go through that step, I found myself just getting the HPI from the patient and then going back to my office after the patient had left and just finishing up the HPI, because really that's the only part of it that I was doing a narrative for. Or sometimes, like if it's a skin thing, I would do a little narrative of the description of the skin. And then, of course, medical decision-making, I would do that oftentimes in the office with a dictation. And that was helpful. I was able to be more specific and detailed in medical decision-making, which really should be, for a lot of us, where we should be working on our documentation, more so than the history of physical medical decision-making, telling people what it is we're thinking, and also justifying the level of service when it comes to your billing. to give a conclusion on the Mobius MD, it certainly works for what it's supposed to do, and it works better than other things I've used that are simple dictation tools. I'll say that. It is limited, though, in that it's an iOS. I'm a little sensitive to that because Dr. Gawain is an Android user, so he's the oddball. Everybody else is an iPhone user in our office. But would I actually pay to use it for dictation? I don't know. It's certainly less expensive than the AI models. I hope to do trials of the AI models and show you what they're like. Please, in the comments, write your questions you have if I were to do some more dictation program reviews, and we'll see what we get. I hope this is helpful. I think it's made mostly for doctors and other clinicians who are doing medical dictation, but there may be other people this applies to who are watching our channel. Again, please do comment what you think of this type of video. It's a little different from our usual medical procedure or topic videos. Until next time, Dr. Mark Vaughan telling you to stay in good health.